Patal Lok was not just the first project I ever did, it was the first audition, it was the first time ever in front of the camera for me.
Oh.
And from there, so I just texted him, तुम्हारा भाई Netflix का series
Wow.
या सही बोला बड़े, मैं तो बहुत ही ब्रैश हूँ, धारावी का चिल्लर बना बैंड्रा का कैश हूँ, अपनी ही मैयत में गाना मैं गाता हूँ, जब भी मैं मरता हूँ बर्थडे मनाता हूँ.
Give it up for the inspiring and very talented Bodhisattva Sharma.
Thank you so much for having me.
Unfiltered, unscripted. This is who I am. This is who I am. That's my story.
Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of That's My Story with Abhilasha, powered by Ravaj. This is the podcast where we dive into the journeys behind the headlines and get to meet the real artists. आज के जो हमारे गेस्ट है ना, he is one of the most promising young actors of the Indian film industry. Someone who has always tried to maintain raw emotions and confidence in every frame he walks in. Candy,
Rana Naidu.
Khuda Hafiz, Patal Lok, All India Rank. These are one of his major projects.
In all of these projects, he's tried to capture what growing up, dreaming big, and finding your own voice feels like. And not only this, his work for All India Rank went global. The film was featured at All India Film Festival of LA and was also showcased at International Film Festival, Rotterdam. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the inspiring and very talented Bodhisattva Sharma.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Hi Bodhi, how are you doing?
I'm well. It's a great morning, so I'm happy to be here.
How are you feeling with all the success that All India Rank has got?
It feels great, of course. It's never enough as well. I mean, you always have to dream bigger, you have to hope for more. So it feels good, of course. I'm very humbled and very grateful for the response from Mila. But yeah, looking forward to more work, more great things.
How do you feel कि ये जो film है, it also went global? And also I think this is maybe one of your first project which really went global and you were able to hit the right audiences.
I think more than anything else, firstly, it was my first lead. It was my first film as a lead, and it was the first time I sat with an audience in a theatre when it premiered at the International Film Festival of Rotterdam and watched them react to the film, which I think is a surreal experience because you see yourself on the screen and well, you are here as well, and people are laughing to what you're saying or people are swooning over the interaction between the characters, which was amazing. However, the story is very deeply rooted in what I thought were Indian ideologies or Indian systems of action, and to see people from all over Europe and all over the world, because there were multinational people present at the theatre, react to it, cry to it, bob their heads to the beautiful music from the film. I think it was amazing. And I remember after the screening was over, these two, I think they were French, these ladies, they came over to Varun Grover and they sort of bowed their head in respect, which was a fascinating thing to see. They were crying. They were crying. They related to what the cycle of oppression that was shown in the film. And I think something like that you don't expect to see. Of course, you would hope as an actor and as a person who's part of the film that you would like what you've made. But to get a response as deep as that was, I think, very, very, very validating.
But while filming this particular, movie, did you guys ever thought that you will make it this big?
I mean, I think kahin na kahin aap hope to karte ho. But when we went into this project, especially working with somebody like Varun sir, there's a lot of heart. There's a lot of love. Like, we were making a film. Everybody who was there wanted to be there. But you love this man as well so much because of how comfortable he makes you. You want to love his baby. This film
that
is his
he's
baby.
nurturing.
Because he had this film for over, I think, 5 or 7 years before it actually.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a semi-autobiographical take. So, you know that there is an essence of heart to it for him. So it was very special to work in that stead. I think more than anything else, I really, like, I can speak for myself, I really enjoyed the process of just being on set and getting so much time to be on set.
You know, especially like you mentioned about Varun Grover, so all of us know he's a great stand-up comedian, he's a great writer, and this was his debut feature film. So as a director, you know, what difference you saw in him? Because उनकी जो writing है वो बहुत deep है, उसमें बहुत गहराई है, बहुत सच्चाई है.
I think he's great as a director, especially because of course उन्होंने खुद लिखी थी script, but ऐसा भी होता है अक्सर कि if the director is also a writer or the writer themselves, they like to treat the script as gospel and they don't want to change anything, and which is fair enough, right?
Yeah.
They spent years working on something. You can't just come on set and be like, nahi, ye acha nahi lag raha hai. So he was open to ideas where you would change, because you get a lot of things when you reach on set.
Yeah.
The way the sun is falling on your face can change something about a scene as an actor. So he was always open to arguments, which I love. Well, in a civil way, argue with somebody about why something should or should not be in a scene. You would mostly win those arguments, but sometimes you would also agree to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that, it was very validating. I still remember, even after he gets a take that he's happy with, he always said, one more for love.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, that
That's
was
so
so
sweet.
sweet,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe I think hearing that you would want to give two more takes, you know, two more extra
Absolutely.
takes. Yeah.
I'm here to do whatever you want, but yeah, so I think that kind of heart, especially because he's a very sensitive person, and I was 17 or 18 back then. I was quite young,
Oh yeah.
and it was my first time as a lead. I was very nervous. Those are pretty big shoes to fill, because you are responsible for performing well for all the people who did not get selected. So
Very true. Yeah.
Right? So whoever
Yeah.
watches the film, if they had auditioned for the part, they should not be able to say, I would have done a better job. So that is only possible when you get somebody who's as kind and as helpful as he was. So yeah, I don't think the fact that he was a first-time director changed anything for him, because in my eyes, working with him was as fluent as you can be.
And you know, talking about your character, so you are a Gen Z, right? And this character is completely a 90s kid. And I think it is also, most importantly, a lot of his life parts are there in the movie. So how much, you know, easy or difficult was it for you to understand particularly that genre?
So it was a little more complicated than I thought it would be. As an actor, sometimes we do have a hint of masochism present when it comes to preparing for parts, regardless of how crazy that sounds. And I do like a character when it challenges me. More than on a physical level, this character was very taxing on an emotional level. Again, I was born in 2003,
Yeah,
so 6 years after when the film is actually based. So I spent a lot of time, of course, speaking to him. He was very diligent with his time, gave me hours on end of answering my questions. And I remember we used to sit and watch advertisements of the 90s just to get an idea of, you know, what kind of products were working, what kind of songs were being used. I went through a lot of my parents' photo albums.
Yeah.
I don't think that helped as much as I thought it would. But just the general idea of the physicality a person has at that age, I think, or of that time helps. Other than that, he organized for us to get crash courses on physics, math, and chemistry
Okay.
for 11th and 12th, which was hard because I'd left, I'm not the best at science,
Yeah,
even though I
yeah.
love math. Other than that, I had a diction coach who worked with
Okay.
me to get the accent right. We spent hours, because of which I think that diction training helped me read. I actually ended up reading the script some over 150 times.
Okay.
Because of which, when we went on set, I was so ready with,
Yeah.
like, I never had to prep on that day because I had prepped so hard before. And I think that really helped. So we had all the support. I had to put in my own work. I did try to go a little bit more method when it comes to this character as much as I can. So सबसे पहली बात तो मेरी हिंदी बहुत खराब हो रही थी. 2020 से पहले मेरी हिंदी खराब थी.
Okay.
So I got myself a Hindi coach and everything because it's my third language.
Okay.
Assamese is my first, English is second. And
Okay. Third language. Yeah.
So through this, because I asked him for a list of movies and songs to listen to. So he gave me a list, and you know, when you go down that path, it sort of branches out like a tree, where one song leads to another, then that leads to another. I started listening to ghazals, which I used to find so boring as a child, and I think that opened up a world of media for me, especially films and music, which was great. And that gave me a lot as well. It changed the way I spoke, it changed the way I felt, it changed the way I received music, because music is a very big part of my life.
Yeah.
It always has been. I've been playing, I've been singing, I've been making music since I was 10 or 11 years old. So yeah, the film gave me a lot in that way.
Especially, you know, you mentioned about कि आपने बहुत सारे 90s के films देखे, music देखा. Do you remember any of these films particularly कि क्या देखा था? So that, you know, we're just trying to understand from Varun sir's point of view also that उनका जितना भी creative input था in making you, you know, what you were looking on screen.
So the thing is, it was not as much about watching a film of the 90s as it was to watch a film that told a story of similar essence, or because I remember I watched Masoom.
Oh, that's a
But
beautiful
that's a
film.
1980s film.
Yeah.
But there were also films like The Breakfast Club. There was Father and Son by Corrida.
Wow.
So it's not just
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
You know? But he sent me a lot of songs, but like music pieces. And there were songs as old as I remember one song that I found during my prep was Ja 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 Bewafa, which is I think 1950s.
Yeah, it's a very old track.
And it helped me during one of the scenes.
Did this workshop continued for weeks or you took actually months for the preparation?
So first it was online, which we did for about a month, and then another month of in-person work.
Okay.
But even other than that, because we did not go to the office every single day, when we were home, we had homework. He gave us homework.
Yeah. Okay.
तो हमारे तैयार करने के लिए अगले सेशन से पहले तैयार करने के लिए चीजें होती थी. तो वो करना, blocking करना. So of course there was time we spent doing it was a really strenuous workshop, but it was really good and it was really important क्योंकि वो बाद में समझ में आया कि उसकी कितनी ज़रूरत थी.
Correct. Once you go on set.
Also there were certain scenes in the film where it's a one take. So to rehearse that before we went there was really good, because otherwise it would have taken a really long time to finish that scene अगर हम वहाँ set पे जाके तैयारी करते.
And which is this particular scene? Do you remember? ये कौन सा one take में था?
So this is when I reach the hostel and light चली जाती है रात को, and I meet my friends or the people who become my friends for the first time.
Yeah.
So that was supposed to be a one take scene which was later edited, but it was pretty long. If we had not rehearsed for it beforehand, it would have taken a really, and that was the first day of shoot, I think.
Oh, first day of the shoot, and you had to do this long sequence at one take.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant.
But I think as actors we love that it's challenging and it's
definitely
exciting to do something different.
But how many like final takes you took for that particular? Or it was actually one take.
No,
you did
it's
takes.
Not, so sorry, how I meant it is not one take. It's one really long take taken multiple times and
Okay. Coming to the casting of this film, you played the role so conventionally that people were able to see their own selves, right? For example, कोई भी 90s का बच्चा जब अपने घर से बाहर जा रहा था पढ़ने के लिए, तो उसको वो कैरेक्टर के अंदर ना वो कैरेक्टर नहीं दिख रहा था, उसको वो अपनी पहचान दिख रही थी. So how you were casted for this film? What was the process? Did you apply it online? Did you met Varun Grover? Tell us about your casting.
First of all, I thank you. That was very kind, and I hope I did it as much justice as you say.
Definitely you did.
So I had already worked on a few projects before this, which was Patal Log, and then Rana Naidu, and Sudha Hafiz, and Candy. So I got a call from Casting Bay, and they said that Varun Grover is making his directorial debut. आपको audition करना है क्या?
Yeah.
Like, of course, yeah.
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So I auditioned. First time that was in Pune. Then there was another round of auditions which was in Delhi, and there was an in-person audition. So the first two were self-takes.
Okay.
And then they wanted a few more changes. So the third time I did it in person with somebody. And then they shortlisted. So I got to I found out later that they had auditioned some 1,000, 1,500 people for this part.
Oh.
And from there,
Oh
so
my
there are
God.
4 main parts who are played by the youth, right? So there's the character was played by Samta,
Yeah.
Ayush, Neeraj, and myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So for these 4 characters, they got 16 people, and we were sort of thrown into this Royal Rumble kind of situation where there was a workshop, and सबको पता था कि सब यहाँ पे competition में है, कि किसको मिलेगा पता नहीं, पर it was a very holistic experience. Sridhar Dubey, he took the workshop, and yeah, it was, I think, a couple of days long just to get an idea. We got to meet Varun sir there as well. He took a one-on-one interview with everyone. After which, a couple of days later, I was shooting for Rana Naidu back then. He called me to the office to speak to him because I had to miss the last day of workshop because I was shooting. And then after conversation with him, he said that he's looking toward, that he's leaning towards me, but he's not sure. And
Okay,
then,
he said that to you?
yeah, that
Okay.
I'm leaning towards you, but there are certain things about me as a person that does not sit with the character, which obviously it does not, right?
Okay.
I'm younger,
Yeah.
and I am very Hindi South
Much
Indian,
younger, yeah.
stuff like that. So, but again, those aren't things that you can't work on.
Correct.
So now this is in December. So this workshop was in November. Now early December, I was supposed to fly to Egypt to shoot for Khuda Hafiz.
Okay.
And just before that, I got a call from Deepak at Casting Bay, and he said, "Hi Bodhi, I'm so sorry, nahi ho paya."
Oh.
And my first question was, because I really wanted to work with him. I said, "Oh, चारों मतलब." So there was another character. So चारों में से किसी के लिए भी नहीं हो पाया. नहीं Bodhi, नहीं हो पाया. अच्छा, ठीक है दीपक, thank you. And he's like, I'm just kidding, man. You got it.
Oh.
Congratulations. And I just,
That's so
ran
sweet.
into the house. My
Huh.
mom was a big fan of Varun Grover's before
Yeah.
I even came into films. So I told her that I got it, and she was so happy. And yeah, it was a very, very joyous day.
बोधी, डू यू थिंक आपका स्ट्रगल AIR के बाद खत्म हो गया है? ऑल इंडिया रैंक के बाद फिल्मों की लाइन लग गई है बहुत लंबी सी, और सो हैज लाइफ चेंज्ड फॉर यू आफ्टर ऑल इंडिया रैंक?
Life has changed more so personally than professionally. I mean, of course, there is a certain level of recognition, though it's not as significant as someone would think. It is significant enough that when you mention the project, somebody does know that you've done a lead. So professionally, of course, I mean, I have a lead under my belt, to say. But personally, it's changed a lot for me that, again, my taste in music has changed a lot. So every year it was, you get Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year where you get to know who your top artists are. And it was always it was Radiohead, or it was, Chopin.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it was Arijit Singh. So that was a very stark difference. I saw that same year. And no, I do have a lot of films I want to do. I do have a lot of films I want to make myself. I was doing theatre because I loved acting. But I wanted to move to films because I love cinema. And I want to make films. I have stories. And I think eventually that is the goal, to make my own stuff. And my brother and I, we have written scripts which we still think we need more experience to, put into the world. A really, really long way to go, and I'm just as excited, not nervous now.
What is your take for saying yes to a particular project? Is it the character, is it the film, is it the director? So how do you select your, projects going forward?
It has to work. Three factors have to work together. I mean, of course, the characters are exciting, but a good director can convince me for a character I would not agree to. Like Khuda Hafiz, for example, isn't a character I would normally want to play. That's the deepest, darkest I've had to dive into an antagonistic character. So, but again, when I spoke to the director, he convinced me that the treatment that they're going to do is not as wild as you would think. So yeah, again, I was convinced. So no, it's not like I say line lag gayi film. But I did not even expect that to happen.
Okay.
I mean, I think for something like that, you need a project that is already scaled up in that sense. All India Rank is still a small scale film, which did really well.
It gave you some arrival for the film industry, right? I'm sure a lot of different directors would have noticed, okay, this guy has come with this film. Maybe, yes, it is a, medium budget film, but, there is this noise in the background which would have been created for you, right? So did you heard that noise, or you were trying to avoid that? Let's just focus on work,
No,
it
of
doesn't
course.
matter.
I would always want to focus on work. Of course, I made some really great friends because of it. I got to meet a lot of great people. But at the end of the day, it's not like you're doing well, so hey, there's a film for you. You have to sit right for characters as well. So of course, I got again. If you have work coming out, you keep getting auditions,
Yeah.
which is great. It's
Yeah.
the best thing you can get for yourself as an actor. So yes, I did get a lot of auditions, and some I cracked, some I did not. But I think this is a never-ending journey. That even if tomorrow something huge comes out,
I'm
it's
sure
not
it
like-
will. Yeah.
Touch wood,
Touch wood, yes.
It's not like the very next day the world's over. There's still a lot more to do. So yeah, the job's not finished.
So Bodhi, coming back to your audition and coming to your diction workshops, मुझे अभी बात करके वैसे बिल्कुल लग नहीं रहा है that you're somebody who's new to Hindi. It doesn't look like it. So it feels like somebody who has worked on you did his job very nicely. So we would want to understand from you कि हिंदी diction जो workshops थे वो कैसे होते हैं, and how did you excel that?
So there is some context I have to give you here. So before Patal Lok, I was a theatre actor, but primarily I did theatre in Assamese and English.
Okay.
Hindi theatre I did not do as much of. So I was doing more Shakespearean stuff. I did Tughlaq but in English, for example. And Assamese theatre is mostly what I did. So most of my time I was playing football. I used to play for the national team.
Oh wow.
Under 14.
Wow.
And most of my friends spoke in English. So I did not have a lot of interaction with people in Hindi. After I did Patal Lok, now Patal Lok, the thing is, the character had more to do with expressions than he had to do with words, which helped. And of course, it's not like मुझे हिंदी नहीं आती थी. साफ हिंदी में बात करने में तकलीफ होती थी. So like grammatical errors.
Definitely you did understood
Right,
Hindi,
right.
but it's just
पढ़ता
that
भी
maybe
था मैं.
communication में थोड़ा on a
Exactly.
daily basis maybe Hindi is not your first language.
Yeah, like it's not the language I think in. It's
Okay.
the best I can put
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And after I did Patal Lok, I realized that of course I have to work in this industry, and it's only respectful to learn the language this industry works in. So I got myself a coach, Mohit Tripathi from Renaissance Theatre,
Okay.
and he sat with me. He taught me how to read and write, of course, in Hindi,
Okay.
but he taught me how to think in Hindi, which I think was the
Interesting.
most important thing. So we would spend an hour on specific emotions, but I remember one of my favorite exercises that we did together. He would give me an emotion, let's say anger, and I had to hold that emotion for 40 minutes until I feel like it's gonna come out. And then he would give me a line, for example, "ऐसे थोड़ी होता है," for example, and I had to hold that emotion, keep building it until मैं फट जाता हूँ. So the reason he did this exercise is कि वो जो गुस्सा है उसको develop करने के लिए आप हिंदी में खुद से बात करो, like in your head, think about it in Hindi, give yourself a situation, talk about the situation, and I think that helped me a lot क्योंकि मैं हिंदी में सोचता नहीं था. My first response was either Assamese or English. So I think that helped me strengthen the language further. और जो character के लिए हम तैयारी कर रहे थे same time पे, उस कैरेक्टर के पर्सपेक्टिव से मुझे खत लिखने के लिए दिया था कि आप हिंदी में खत लिखिए वो कैरेक्टर बन के, तो which improved my writing, which improved the usage of the language. So Hindi, by the time I got to All India Rank, मेरी हिंदी बेहतर थी काफी in comparison to what it was in Patal Lok. Because my friends used to laugh at me, like the friends I have this day, my day ones, they used to make fun of me for the
your
way I
Hindi.
spoke in
Yeah.
Hindi. Again, there is आज की हिंदी बोलना, साफ हिंदी बोलना, और एक 1997 के लखनऊ के बच्चे की हिंदी बोलना,
बहुत फर्क है दोनों
बहुत
में.
फर्क है. So Himanshu Bajpai, he was my coach for the film. तो मुझे अलग अलग वर्ड सिखाए थे. हमने स्क्रिप्ट मल्टीपल टाइम्स पढ़ी थी. Just the usage of हम, हमें. You don't say, for example, one of the things he taught me is कि वहाँ पे कोई हाँ नहीं बोलता था at least. It's either जी और हाँ जी. So to make sure, क्योंकि कभी कभी क्या होता है गलती से आप फील में है, मूड में है, आप जी आपने हाँ बोल दिया.
हाँ बोल दिया, which is not their dialect or diction.
Right. So it's again, especially then, अब maybe things have changed. So it's just small, minute things like that add flavor, that add a little bit of spice, or just a little more authenticity to your performance. I think that kind of stuff was really important. Also, words like Nasuddi, which was something that everyone asked me after the film.
What's the meaning of it? Yeah.
It just it's like bekar, like barbad jagah. So Nasuddi ho gaya.
But ये लखनऊ का word है. This Nasuddi word is actually
something that they use there.
Okay.
Nasuddi.
Okay.
Or stuff like Beli Garad, which was, I mean, I'm still confused how it came to be, but basically it means that मतलब खराब हो गया सब कुछ, बकवास हो गया सब कुछ, खराब हो गया, जो खराब होना था वो खराब हो गया.
हाँ.
So Beli Garad, and then words like Heather Canal, the Heather नाले जैसा है, and stuff like that. So which has historical significance as well. So just these small few things. Like I met Anurag sir, Anurag Kashyap during the Dharamshala Film Festival, and he said the same thing, that he couldn't tell I was not a boy from Lucknow, which was the highest praise that I could get.
Beautiful.
And I think, sure, I tried my best, but without the help of Himanshu sir and Varun sir and the words they put into the script and my tongue, I think that same kind of authenticity I could not have it.
I think that's such a lovely, compliment to have, and especially coming it from, Anurag Kashyap, who also belongs to, I think, Uttar Pradesh. So I'm sure somebody who's that authentic and who believes and who approves that. So I think that's a huge compliment for you to have. Are there any other, compliments that you get, especially for your dialogue, because you have worked so much on it,
I mean, of course, see, I'm not one to keep the compliments in a bank.
Yeah,
So
of course.
when it comes, it's nice, but you need to...
move ahead and take on the new projects. Yeah.
Because, and being very honest about it, when I was doing theatre, I was very overconfident. Because the praise came really young. I started doing theatre when I was 10, I think. And the praise came really early. And I really thought, for a lack of a better term, I was the shit. Right? And... I remember I used to go from workshop to workshop looking for competition because I really thought I was so good.
And this at the age of 10, you thought you have achieved
10 to 15, yeah.
Good amount of confidence in acting. Yeah. Wow, crazy.
And then I met few people, and then I worked with Jaideep Alawat.
Wow.
And then I understood कि अभी तो मतलब I was humbled.
अभी बहुत सीखना बाकी है.
And I think that was a very important lesson in my life. Which now, I think especially as a performer, at any point if you think you are the best, you need to believe it, but you can't cement the idea that you're the best and you've done the best you could possibly do, because you never improve and you'll only get worse from there. You'll get comfortable in your emotions, you'll get comfortable in your body, which is a good thing.
Yeah. But maybe I think for a certain character it's a good thing, but when you move out of that, again you have to mold yourself into a new character.
There is a certain level of discomfort that is required to be comfortable as a character. And I think that was very important. And again, just like the praise came early, the humbling also came quite early.
Yeah.
So I think, that was great.
This realization, of this humbleness, did it came to yourself naturally कि नहीं, because you met maybe a lot of different artists at that age also and you realize कि यार नहीं अभी बहुत सीखना बाकी है, अभी बहुत कुछ करना है, or did your mother, your father or brother or somebody from the family told you कि listen अभी बहुत काम रहता है, अभी आंखें खुला रखो? How did that happen?
I think in retrospect, the theatre performances that I was doing was mostly with people who were younger than even I was, because I was part of children's theatre.
So, which theatre group are we talking about?
This is so National School of Drama. Parag Sharma, who's the production manager there. I used
Delhi.
to work for his theatre. I used to work not for his theatre, but under his company.
Okay.
So Indie Foundation.
Okay.
And we did a lot of theatre. We did Jashne Bachpan. I got my first travel fellowship from the National School of Drama, performing for him. So that was my foundation of an actor as well. Again, because बच्चे थे सारे, तो मतलब I don't think now in retrospect that was not the best place to think that wow, you're the best, because obviously I was not. And I think the realization came खुद ही जब मैंने अगेन गुलबनाग के साथ या जयदीप अलावत के साथ काम किया एंड आई अंडरस्टूड द काइंड ऑफ वर्क एंड एफर्ट एंड कंफर्ट दैट दे हैव इन देयर कैरेक्टर्स, वो एक रियलाइजेशन मुझे खुद ही हिट हुआ कि नहीं, बट आई वाज आल्सो वेरी हैप्पी कि वो रियलाइजेशन
हिट हुआ at the right time. Yeah,
I was really happy कि wow, I'm so bad,
Yeah.
like I have so far to go,
And but it's such a good thing that you realized,
that I
you
was
know.
so bad.
Yeah, it's a good thing to realize, and especially at that young age, you know.
Yeah, and they were most helpful. Again, Patalok was not just the first project I ever did, it was the first audition, it was the first time ever in front of the camera for me.
Okay.
So I was very
This was which year, Patalok? Audition that
so
you gave?
I auditioned, I remember December of 2018, I got the
Okay.
call that I got selected on the 19th of January 2019.
Wow.
I'll
You remember the dates
I'll
also?
always remember that day. Just working with them helped me understand that, you know, again, to go back to what I was saying, that I was really bad and that I had to get really good, and that journey, when you sort of see a path laid in front of you, that this is how far you still have to walk to maybe hopefully catch up to them someday, to me was a very exciting thing. कि अभी तो बहुत कुछ सीखना है, and just the prospect of learning more things is
Yeah.
always a welcome challenge for me.
Interesting. So, Bodhi, talking about theatre, you know, you joined theatre at a very, very young age. मतलब 10 साल की उम्र में ना usually लोग candies ही खा रहे होते हैं. I don't, you know, really see a lot of people going for theatre, especially theatre. Maybe they'll join sports or skates or anything. But for a 10-year-old kid to join theatre, take us through your foundation of acting.
I think, though it was never enforced upon me, I do want to give my mother some credit simply for the fact that she never pushed me to do anything, but was always accepting of whatever I wanted to do because I wanted to do a lot. So mostly I was playing football. This is back in 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
2013. So I was playing a lot of football. I had just started playing for a team dedicatedly, and that was my main focus. My brother was actually doing theatre. He was going to do this legendary Assamese play called Khanta Histo Risto Pusto Mohadusto.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a tongue twister.
It was a radio play which they were making into a stage play.
What does it mean in Hindi or English, if you can tell us?
Histo is somebody who's shant, sheel. Risto Pusto is somebody who's strong and bulky.
Okay.
And Mohadusto is somebody who's Mahadusht, basically. Somebody
Okay,
who's बहुत
okay.
बदमाश है जो. So I was जो बहुत बदमाश है.
Okay.
So he was doing that play. I was
हाँ.
not part of it. This one day I just went to watch it. Just to watch them perform. I was done with my training and I just went with him कि देखते हैं क्या कर रहे हैं. And the guy who was playing the part for Mohadusta,
Yeah.
he had to quit, unfortunately, because I think he had to study or some exams were coming up, whatever. And they asked me, would you like to do it? And you know, at that age, you have so much energy, right? I'm not saying I'm old,
Yeah.
but
You definitely can't say that.
I'm not. But I do still
Yeah.
think I had way more energy back then. You know, even though I know that I have school and I have
Yeah,
football,
yeah.
I can still say, oh, you know what, I'll do it. So I said, yeah, why not? I read the lines and I connected with the characters so much
Yeah.
that I just, without again asking my mom, I said, yeah, sure, of course. And that's how it began. So after school, I would do 2 hours of football training. And from football training, I'd go to the National School of Drama, rehearse for 2-3 hours,
Yeah.
come back home, do my homework, go to sleep, and repeat. That's what my life became. Mom was very happy, of course, because she was a theatre artist herself.
Oh.
So she never
Okay.
put the idea upon us.
Okay.
She said she was very happy with the fact that both of her sons were, you know.
Is she from NSD also or some other
No,
theatre?
she used to do theatre back in Assam.
Okay,
The companies
okay.
Back in Assam. But she quit quite early on to pursue her life.
Okay.
And I remember, especially when I was a kiddo, they were still getting into theatre. I was really interested in it. I would still go to her for help to understand कि अच्छा ये theatre में कैसे होता है, to understand how movement works on a stage. So stuff like that she taught me, and I think it was a great way for us to also connect. So that's where the foundation of theatre comes in by accident.
And also from the family, because like, you know, how
So,
you
I mean, there was
mentioned.
heritage,
Yeah.
I mean, there was legacy,
Yeah.
but you know, it's not the kind of legacy जो आपके ऊपर थोपा जाता है.
Correct,
कि
ये करना
आपको
है.
theatre करना है क्योंकि हम भी करते थे. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. It just very organically happened. which I think was best. I think to a certain degree, if it was put upon me कि theatre करना चाहिए, I think I wouldn't have gone forward with it as much.
I think your school also plays a very important role here to manage academics, to manage theatre, and then to play football. So how did you manage, you know, your schooling, and which school were you in Delhi?
I do want to give a special shout out to my school, which was during when I started working in films, which was Modern School Barakhamba.
Okay.
They were very accepting of the fact that I had to miss classes, that you know, sometimes they had to reschedule my exams.
Oh wow.
Which
Wow.
they did, which they were more than happy to do. They pushed me to the idea. You know, sometimes because of characters, I would have to have long hair, and or I
And they
couldn't
allowed.
cut my hair for a really long period of
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
and which was, you know, not allowed in most schools. But they were okay with it simply because they understood that there was something I was trying to pursue. So they helped me out a lot, especially during the time when I was doing All India Rank, because All India Rank, Rana Naidu clashed with my board exams for 12th.
Okay. Okay.
In a sense that I would shoot until 4 or 5 in the morning. I'd catch a flight at 7, fly to Delhi, give my exams, and in the afternoon fly back to Bombay. And I would only get to study for those 2 hours that I was on the flight.
Oh. Okay.
So they would provide me with material to study, whatever notes I needed. The teachers were so good. They also taught really well, which I missed, but fortunately because of the notes they gave, and of course they gave me a little bit of leeway. To, you know, deadlines were pushed a little
Extended,
bit
yeah,
for me.
yeah.
That kind of support, without which I could not have definitely done it, because there would have been way more stress on my mind,
Yeah.
and with more stress, my performances would falter.
Yeah.
So yeah, my school did help in that. Yeah.
So that's brilliant, and hats off to your school, you know, because generally I don't see a lot of schools, you know, focusing on children's career pretty much at, you know, this young age. Coming to your college, did you get the time to go to college, or are you still trying to balance it right now?
I am in college right now.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm doing
Okay.
English literature from IGNOU.
Okay.
So I just have to give my assignments and give exams.
Okay.
But which works best for me, क्योंकि मैं attendance नहीं दे सकता.
Right, English literature also require you to study a lot. How do you manage it right now also?
I think I've been very smart with my choices, simply
Yeah.
because I love reading. So like I also remember the first year of my course, the books we had to read were Oedipus Rex, or you know, Macbeth, or Iliad. Now these are books I had already read,
Okay.
so I never had to put too much effort into rereading the whole thing, because I already knew the material. So as long as I read the text,
Yeah,
like the summaries and the how they broke it down in the book, it worked for me. So it was very. I actually wanted to study psychology,
Okay.
but psychology required lab work, which I could not have again done.
Yeah, yeah.
So English literature works best also because it helped me further my work. It's not just a subject I love to read, but it's also good for the work. It's good for the work that I do.
Okay.
I was told when I just started working, Tushar Bhaiya, I played Raju Bhaiya in Patal Lok. He's the graduate from FTII. He taught me something when I was very young, that it's very important for an actor to read and not just watch films, because films give you an emotion. You have the screen, you have the actor, you know what they're feeling. What books do is they help you engage in a sense that where you get to imagine the degree of the emotion and the emotion itself, of course. And I think that being imaginative as an actor and to you know, interpret
Yeah.
a scene that way is very important. Especially no director, right?
Yeah.
अब वो ऐसा भी नहीं है कि written material है कि script है
Correct.
कि
Correct.
आप कुछ सोच के आ रहे हो, डायरेक्टर ने बताया नहीं ऐसा नहीं
ऐसा करना है.
वो भी नहीं है. You have to read, you have to make up your mind, you have to decide ये इतना गुस्सा है कि वो इतना गुस्सा है. So yeah, I think in that way I also chose a really good course to pursue.
So Bodhi, we understood that आपका पहला project, पहला audition था पाताल लोक. You have done a lot of other different projects also. So can you just, you know, make us understand the timeline of all of these, you know, auditions, and how did you cracked one audition, then you went ahead with the another project, and how you prepared yourselves? Okay, because all of these roles are very different from each of the characters, you know, that you have been playing. And also you mentioned कि कुछ clash भी था. For example, Rana Naidu and All India Rank. So for you to, you know, come out of one character and play another character.
Shot for Patal Lok in 2019, between February, March, April, sometime May, or so around that period. Patal Lok came out during lockdown.
2020 this
2020.
is.
Lockdown
Okay.
had just started. And 15th May 2020.
Oh, great memory, I must say that.
But then because of lockdown, what happened is, first of all, the industry was also on lockdown. And there were some projects that were coming up later, but I was staying in Delhi back then. So the primary question everyone asked was, where are you based? And I would say, Delhi. And they would say, oh, never mind. Because, अभी कोविड का टाइम है, आप किसी को फ्लाइट से लेके आओ, वो इन्फेक्शन स्प्रेड कर दे, प्रोजेक्ट फिर बंद पे पड़ जाए, बंद हो जाए. So they thought better. And then in August of 2020, I auditioned for Candy, which was supposed to be an exterior shoot.
Okay.
Where they were going to go to Nainital and shoot. So it did not matter where I was from. So I auditioned for it. I got that part. It was between Patal Lok and Candy that I got my coach, Mohit Tripathi, who trained me to think in Hindi.
Okay.
The character that जिसके perspective से मैंने खत लिखे थे, वो Candy का ही character था.
Oh.
Imran.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So I did Candy, and during Candy, I got a call from the production for Khuda Hafiz. And they offered me to play this part. So again, it was a terrible character in a sense that the character is terrible, not a terrible
of course,
part. So I spoke to the director. He convinced me about the treatment, and it was Khuda Hafiz. The first part did so well. So naturally, getting your first film and also being offered to you your first film was a incredible deal. Then I did Khuda Hafiz, and after I cracked, when I was shooting for Khuda Hafiz, is when Khuda Hafiz, I started shooting the next year actually.
Okay.
I finished Candy March of 2021, and Khuda Hafiz we started shooting for in August.
Okay.
And then during Khuda Hafiz, I got to audition for Rana Naidu. For Rana Naidu, all the characters that I was playing were antagonistic or had an antagonistic touch. जो मुझे audition भी आने लगे थे वो डकैत के, terrorist के, ये audition आए थे.
Okay.
जो crack नहीं होते थे.
Yeah.
But आते वही थे. And then Rana Naidu happened, which was a way different character from everything else I had played. This Mumbai ka rapping where the songs in Rana Naidu that I rapped them myself. The songs that
Really?
या सही बोला बड़े मैं तो बहुत ही ब्रैश हूँ धारावी का चिल्लर बना बैंड्रा का कैश हूँ अपनी ही मैयत में गाना मैं गाता हूँ जब भी मैं मरता हूँ बर्थडे मनाता हूँ.
Then again, you had maybe some diction for the Mumbai language. I'm sure you must have to learn that, right?
Not. And
Yeah?
that was the surprising thing.
Wow.
I think to a certain degree, just staying in Bombay and gave me an idea of how they speak.
Yeah, the Mumbai language.
All the prep I did for Rana Naidu. I mean, of course, I had to get into the character a little bit. But a day before the shoot, I watched Gully Boy back to back twice. And
To prep yourself
to
up.
prep myself to just get because Rana Naidu, the character in Rana Naidu, Rehan, more than him being an emotionally active character, there was a lot of physicality about him. And मुझे याद है इतना मजा आया था वो कैरेक्टर करते हुए बिकॉज़ वो इतना खुला था. He was open. Like I remember एक स्पीकर मेरे पास स्पीकर होता था, मैं अपने वैनिटी में बैठता था और जब हेयर मेकअप वगैरह होता था सब आके एडीज HMU सब मेरे साथ बैठे हैं, हम गाने सुन रहे हैं and everyone's bopping, नाचते नाचते हम सेट जा रहे हैं, नाचते नाचते हम वापस आ रहे हैं. And that was really important क्योंकि एक खुलने का मौका.
Character is such.
Right. Unnecessarily वो मतलब he was not playing like a गुस्सा वाला character or just troubled in that sense. खुला था वो. And उससे I think I gained a lot of confidence as a person as well. Just to be this person you are not, because I'm not like him at all.
Yeah.
But just to get an excuse, to be absolutely ridiculous and get paid for it. I guess. So Rana Naidu was really important. And
But are you like an introvert in your real life?
I would say I'm an introvert in a sense that I love staying home. more
Okay.
than anything else. And
Yeah, that defines the definition of you, I think,
Yeah.
and that's an introvert.
like if I have
Yeah.
an option between staying home or going out, I
Yeah.
would always like to stay.
Are you sure you're a Gen Z?
No, I am.
Because that's a very millennial trait, you know.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but I think it's also my interests, right? A lot of people like different kind of things. I'm more into reading, more into video games.
Correct, yeah.
I play a lot of video games, so
Hmm.
I want to do that. I want to play my music. I want to watch films.
Hmm.
I think the most I go out is to the theater to watch a film, which is something I love.
Yeah.
So yes, I would consider myself an introvert in that way.
Hmm.
It's not like I do have some anxiety as well when talking to people.
Yeah, I hope not right now.
No, so again, here's the thing. I think I am the most comfortable in front of a camera.
Okay.
Not a photo camera.
Okay.
I'm weird there. But in front of a video camera, I think I'm the most comfortable. Like the video cuts, and
Yeah.
I'm back to my, hey, I'm awkward.
Okay. Udi, you mentioned about, you know, anxiety, and especially in a industry like our film industry, जहाँ every day, you know, आप बहुत auditions दे रहे हो, बहुत rejections face कर रहे हो, हर दिन एक नया कैरेक्टर प्ले करना है, उसके लिए प्रेप करना है, फिर एंड में यू नो समटाइम्स मे बी यू गेट टू हियर दिस कि यू आर नॉट सेलेक्टेड फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट. So how do you deal, you know, with this rejection?
I was quite bad at it initially because when I actually started working in the industry, I was diagnosed with anxiety. So I had a therapist. I would speak to her about it, so which helped me out.
This was which age
This is
when you were diagnosed with it?
15, 16.
That's pretty young.
It was pretty young. But I mean, well, it happened, and it does happen to people. And one of the reasons I got a therapist was because I understood that everybody around me who loved me was an empath. So simply the fact that I am in pain or I'm anxious about something, sharing with them, it felt like they would themselves feel bad about it because they are empathetic towards me, which is why I decided to go for a therapist. And they helped me out a lot. I spent a lot of time, again, because humbling happened at the same time. It was pretty hard in the beginning, but I think ऐसा होता है कि at a certain point you build a sort of you build a thick skin, right? पहले मना reject हो रहा है. Now there are some auditions you don't care as much about, and there are some auditions
that
you
you
care
do
a lot
care.
about.
Yeah.
I wish I got that, you know, and those ones still hurt. Like there was one I got rejected for very recently. I won't speak about it.
Yeah.
I got rejected very recently, and it hurt just as much as it did the first day something like that happened. So the hurt exists. It's not like आप काम कर रहे हो तो या फिर आप you've experienced a little more कि वो दर्द चला जाएगा. ऐसी बात नहीं है. At the end of the day, it comes down to how much do you love it. If you love it enough, it's gonna hurt. And I am going to get rejected even more
Yeah.
in the future. I don't doubt it one bit. But I love it enough that I'm gonna keep working towards it because there is something I want to do and I want to do it enough. And I've given up a lot for this. I practically gave up my childhood to pursue this thing that I love so much. I don't remember what school life was like. I don't have a college life. My friends have experiences from back in school where they would talk about, hey, do you remember हम यहाँ पे बैठ के जब हमने ये किया था? And I was not there. So I don't know what it was like.
But do you have any regrets of, you know, having this kind of life where you started very young, and obviously, you know, we understand that there is some part of life that you have missed because you were working?
No, not at all. I don't regret it because again, I love it so much. Like I wish I could put it into better words for you to tell you how much I love what I do. Like it is everything to me. I would give up on everything to do what I do.
I'll give you, you know, very short example. So there's this one interview of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. So उनसे interview में ना एक question पूछा जाता है आपके बचपन के बारे में. So I'm just trying to relate it to that level of intensity. So he replies कि
बचपन में कोई ऐसी बच्चों वाली कोई हरकतें नहीं की, कुछ नहीं, मैंने कुछ खेल कूद, कुछ ऐसी पतंगबाजी या कोई ऐसी बात, सिर्फ मैंने गाना को अपना शौक बना लिया और मेहनत से लगन से गाना शुरू किया.
So, you know, that was such a deep thing, and I can really, you know, connect to it right now because कहीं ना कहीं आपका वो जो lost childhood है, because you were working on your craft so much, you know, on those particular years जब बाकी बच्चे शायद, you know, खेलने जा रहे थे or they were sleeping on their couch or anything, but you were working, you know, hard towards your goal.
मतलब of course ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे कभी भी नहीं लगता है. कभी मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि थोड़ा स्कूल का लाइफ अगर होता
और एंजॉय करता.
थोड़ा और एंजॉय कर पाता, थोड़ा और वो कर पाता, तो वो एक रिग्रेट तो रहेगा कि आई विश, बट यू नो आई एम अ ह्यूमन, वी आर ऑल ह्यूमन.
We can't be there
So,
24/7 everywhere.
You know, it's impossible to be 100% satisfied ever. You sacrifice something because you love something else more. It's still a sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I think that bit stings a bit sometimes. But now the rejections hurt again. Coming back to it, hurt. But I know what I gave up for this, and I know what I want from this. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna stop me.
And you know, how do you cope up with this rejection? But when you say कि ना वो एक project जो मुझे बहुत चाहिए था और वो मुझे नहीं मिला, so what is, you know, the psyche of your mind that is, you know, going on कि यार आप अपने आप को कैसे संभालते हो?
I think I have a motto which is basically we move. I keep saying that to myself. We move, adapt and overcome.
So this is a thought in your, you know, mind,
Yeah,
conscious
to most
mind.
things it might not be the healthiest approach. You know, especially in this industry, because there's so many auditions, right? You're auditioning often.
Yeah.
You get rejected often.
Yeah.
So if I'm stuck on one rejection for a really long period of time, that's going to affect me on the next one, which is something I cannot afford.
Yeah.
So naturally, I try to adapt and overcome. Sometimes you cry your heart out, right? Like, oh God, I wanted this. You cry.
Yeah.
It's fine. But you need to have this idea that you need to keep moving, that you need to move on to the next thing. You need to move. It's okay. Go on. Persevere, basically. So perseverance is really important. And that is something I've learned with experience.
Yeah.
Still hurts, but you have to persevere.
You know, कभी ऐसा लाइफ में हुआ है कि वो ऑडिशन चला गया बट फिर कुछ टाइम के बाद आपको कॉल आया, you know, कि you have been selected for that part, and how was that experience? क्योंकि mentally तो आप प्रिपेयर कर चुके हो ना कि ये गया मेरे हाथ से.
So Rana Naidu,
Yeah.
I got selected for 3 times.
Okay.
So I got selected once, dates did not work out. I got selected for the second time, my location did not work out.
Okay.
And then there was a third time, and they were like, okay, no, you know what, we're ready to go forward with it, because thankfully the directors were very keen on me, which I mean, I'm very grateful for. So हाँ, I was very happy, क्योंकि एक again मुझे वो excitement थी कि एक नया character, एक नया किरदार perform करने का मौका मिलेगा. And yeah, so Rana Naidu, I was very hurt when
they told you initially. Yeah.
It's a Netflix series, right?
Yeah.
You want to do a Netflix series, especially when I was only 2 projects old back then, 2 or 3 projects. Third project मेरा आया भी नहीं था, so 2 projects old. So yeah, so Rana Naidu was one. I was very happy and I was elated. The first thing I texted to my group. I have a group of friends. That's my only friends.
Yeah.
And we have a group. So I just texted him. तुम्हारा भाई Netflix का series.
Wow, great. भाई बड़ा बन गया अभी, right?
नहीं, but not with them. उनको मैं वो मतलब वो तारीफ वो वही करेंगे. They will give me like congrats. But,
do they treat you differently now? कि हाँ ठीक है, ये वही same person, you know? No? They do?
But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, it's never a good thing to have yes men around you. Who just tell you कि अरे बहुत बढ़िया कर रहे हैं, करते रहे. They'll make fun of the characters I play. They'll make fun of the way I do things. You know, sometimes I would act pretentious. They'll call me out for it, and I think that's the best thing, to have somebody who was with you. Well, I'm not like a superstar, but before you were anything at all, the people who were with you, and then who are with you even now and treat you just the same. I think that's sort of like the best thing you can ask for.
Ever happened to you कि कोई कैरेक्टर प्ले करते करते वो दिमाग में इतना बैठ गया कि आप वो कैरेक्टर घर ही लेके चले गए हो?
In a humorous way, firstly, when I was doing Rana Naidu, I was back in Delhi. I was having dinner. A friend called me to play a video game, and I said, "मैं खाना खा रहा है, मैं आता अभी थोड़ी देर में."
Oh.
And they went silent. For
Yeah.
a second.
What is this?
What? Sorry. And then I continued with whatever the conversation was.
Yeah.
But I think All India Rank was emotionally very taxing for me. I'll give you an instance where I was him longer, Vivek, the character, I was him longer than I was myself. 12 hours we were shooting, 8 hours I was sleeping. So I was only Bodhi for like 4 hours. Or 4 hours maybe you were traveling, you were prepping, you were doing hair and makeup. So you don't really get to get out of the character's skin. We were staying in Kota होटल. मुझे रात को सपने में एक्शन सुनाई देता था. I would hear my chief Ruchi call action. I would wake up and start giving a scene. This happened
Oh
to
my
me for
God.
multiple nights.
Okay.
And then I had to, I would wake up, I would look around, I had to consciously tell myself, there is no camera, go back to sleep.
Okay.
And then I would go back. The only way I could stop it was by telling everybody. So it happened for 2-3 days. तो मैं set पे गया, मैं सबको बताया ये कहानी कि ऐसा हुआ, just so that I get it out of my subconscious.
Yeah.
So that my conscious body knows that this is happening, because it would, it was affecting my sleep.
Of course, yeah.
So that, and because my character was so unhappy in that city, I was staying in Radisson. I had a car who would pick me up, drop me. I was working with a beautiful bunch of people who were so good at what they do. मुझे क्या ही तकलीफ होनी चाहिए थी, कुछ भी तकलीफ नहीं थी. But just because my character was in so much
Pain.
turmoil and just unhappy with where he was, I became a very and I'm not. I became a very irritated person when I was there. किसी पे निकलता नहीं था वो.
Correct, yeah.
But Shashi Bhushan, who plays my father in the film, he was also my acting coach for Patal Lok.
Okay.
So he trained me, Jaideep sir, all of us. We did our workshop. So he already knew me, and he was now playing a father figure in the film, or the father. So he caught on to it, and he called me and said, "क्या हुआ बोली? तुम इतने नाराज क्यों हो?" वो तब तक मुझे ही रियलाइज नहीं हुआ था कि मैं नाराज हूँ.
That's such a deep thing for him
Yeah,
to
for him. He caught on to it.
understand that.
He got
Yeah,
onto it. It's
yeah.
probably his experience, and he's a fantastic person. Actor, 100%.
Yeah.
It's a joy to share a screen with him, but he's also a fantastic person. Shashi sir. तो उन्होंने फिर मुझे समझाया कि you need to understand ये क्यों हो रहा है. तो फिर बैठ के उन्होंने वो मुझे रिलेशन समझाया कि आपका कैरेक्टर ऐसे स्पेस में है, इसलिए तुम इस स्पेस में जा रहे हो, तुम इसमें नहीं जा सकते हो. Then he took me on a walk. We spent like a lot of time just talking about the character and talking about myself. After a really long time, I got a chance to talk about myself to someone, and I think that sort of broke me out of that tangent of irritability. So yeah, characters do take a very bad toll on you. Or sometimes can.
You know, it's very interesting to see that you are hardly 22 right now, right? 22, 23.
Just turned 22.
But you have got so much of composure and so much of calmness around you, and especially being an actor, somebody who started pretty young. I don't know if all of these projects and all of these experience led to this, or this comes naturally, or this is from the family.
Thank you, very kind. But I think I have to give it to the fact that even before I did theatre or like acting and I was working, I was always out and about. I was never home.
You know, what is that, one lesson that you have learned out of all these projects that you've picked up?
I think, again, like I said, composure is something that I've learned. But I think another really important thing is not to take myself too seriously. I used to. I had a lot of pride as a person, which I think is important, certainly, because it gives you your own self-worth. But I came into this industry as a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And Patal Lok was fantastic project in the sense that everybody was really loving towards me. But because I was a child, it was really hard for me to prove to my counterparts on the project that I was serious about what I wanted to do. Otherwise I was, "Arey, ye to sabse chota hai inme se." As more than being an actor, I was the youngest one. That was the designation that was given to me. So I was quite heartbroken on a few projects where I felt like I was not taken seriously, though I was just as passionate as anyone else on that project about what I was doing. But it's hard to take a 15, 16, 17-year-old's words seriously, maybe by a 30-year-old person. Slowly I learned that it's important not to take myself seriously, because if I take myself too seriously, then there's a world of hurt waiting for me. And that's a world I do not want to exist in.
Especially talking about your brother, he is also from the same film industry, so you know how important that relationship of yours was with him to make you what you are today.
I think very important, simply because he is my best friend. I can be 100% myself with him. He knows me the best. We've been called a single brain cell multiple times. We have that kind of a chemistry. Also, I love the fact that he's a graduate from the Toronto Film School. He went to study filmmaking there. So when I get an audition, for example, I tell him about it. He helps me shoot those auditions.
Okay.
So he would give the dialogues, or he would frame the camera, do the lighting, in a way that looks best.
Yeah, yeah.
So which is something I
That's
have
sweet.
zero knowledge about
Hmm.
practically,
Hmm.
which he does know.
Hmm.
So what I told you about that there are certain
Hmm.
projects that you want to really do,
Hmm.
but you don't get them.
Hmm.
तो बहुत बुरा लगता है तकलीफ
Yeah,
पहुंचती है.
yeah.
तो मैं उसके साथ ही शेयर करता हूँ.
Hmm.
फिर हम just to make my mood better हम कोई पिक्चर देखने चले जाते हैं.
Hmm.
या we'll talk about it.
Hmm.
He'll tell me कोई बात नहीं.
Hmm.
He'll reassure me.
Hmm.
So I think something like that, and I live with him. So
Yeah.
the both of us stay together.
Yeah.
It's just him and I.
But do you feel, is there some sort of pressure on you because, like how you mentioned, your mom is also, she was also a theatre artist. Now your brother is also from the same industry. Is there any, competitiveness around the family that,
No.
okay, we have to excel and you have to outdo the rest of us or,
No, I don't think so. Because I want, again, he's behind the camera, I'm in front of the camera. There is no clash. As long as both of us do well, it's great. Right? And my eventual goal is to make films with him. So his progress is just happiness, which I love to see. And I also think he's really good at what he does. So no, I don't think there's any pressure from that standpoint. The pressure's all on me just for myself, just by
Okay.
myself. And he is somebody who actually takes the pressure off of my shoulders sometimes. So no.
And how does he do that?
I love what I do also because when I hate what I do, all I have to do is watch a good film. Right?
But why would you hate it?
Sometimes you're really frustrated with where you are. Like you want to do something more, I think especially as artists, you have a hunger. You have a hunger for more. You want more, you want better, you want bigger. Not just bigger in a scale wise, but you want something bigger for you. And at those times you may end up hating where you are more than what you're doing. It's your situation that you develop negative feelings towards rather than what your situation is calling for. And it does happen. I think any actor or any person from the industry you speak to, they do have feelings like these.
Yeah.
But you watch a good film and you're like, wow, I love what I do. Because you also get to make beautiful things in beautiful places with beautiful people.
Yeah.
I think you really can't complain. Yeah. So yeah, watching a film does help. But also other than that, just किसी के साथ बात कोई हो जो आपको सुने, कोई आपको कंधा दे जब आपको कंधे की जरूरत हो. I think वो बहुत जरूरी होता है. एक sort of dependence भी है उधर कि जब मुझे किसी बात का अफसोस हो रहा है, फिर if I'm upset about something, कि मैं जाके immediately उसको बोलूं भाई मुझे तुमसे बात करनी है. And बेझिझक he's there for me. He's there for me. He's not questioning a single thing. He's just hearing me out. Sometimes you don't want somebody to even help you out. You just want somebody to listen.
Yeah.
And to have a system like that, I think is fantastic.
I think it's amazing, and I'm sure in the coming time also he'll be your guiding light, for the coming projects that you'll be taking. Also, one very interesting thing that I saw on your Insta bio, you have written that I make faces.
Yeah.
So our page name, our show name is called That's My Story. हम सब जानते हैं acting में there are 7 to 8 रस, which is your love, hatred, anger. So can you just try making faces in all of these different emotions and say that's my story?
Wow. Okay. That's quite complicated.
Just a simple thing so that we actually know that this guy makes faces and you get paid for it, right?
Yeah, I'll do it. But why I say I make faces, of course, it's my job. But
Yeah,
also
yeah.
I have a tendency
Yeah.
to be overly expressive sometimes, like with my face, like when I'm watching a film or when
Yeah.
I like something, तो मैं ऐसे कुछ शक्लें बनाता रहता हूँ. So
Sweet.
it's actually my girlfriend who made fun of me and said that, why do you make so many faces?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that actually works very well.
That's a cool thing to have. So can we just try this little activity
Yeah.
with you?
Sure.
Okay.
I can't stop smiling. That's my story.
Okay, let's start let's start the angry one.
That's my story.
A little sad version of it.
It's my story.
A romantic version.
It's my story.
I think that was it. Thank you so much. That was a lovely task, yeah. The first one was really, really good. Like I literally had goosebumps. So
Thank
you do make faces and you make it really well. so thank you so much, Bodhi, for your time. We had some very interesting conversation with you. I'm sure in the coming time we are going to see you on different projects that you will be picking up. So we'll wait for it. Too many more different upcoming characters that you will be playing. So very happy that you are here today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. I had a lovely time talking to you.
Unfiltered, unscripted,